We can go live. We need to do a pop-out chat here. Facebook's pop-out chat's pretty mid. And oh, and then I also want the Twitch notifications or activity feed. And then now get this all organized. Okay, that looks good. And then I can eat that over to 10 and open up Brave. Hey, we start with some Opus too as well. Are we live on every platform? We're live on Twitch, live on Facebook, it looks like. And we're live on the tubes. Awesome. Doesn't work. It doesn't work the way. Oh, are we stable though? We are stable. Crap. Ah. Yeah, right here. Let's move the knight here. We should be winning. We're not? Oh. One move. Yeah, that's still winning. I guess the most straightforward is this sort of dealio. Alright, who's even here right now? I see Ace. I don't see Ace playing, but I see them in chat. Oh, I see Mr. Best in chat. Oh, I can't remember how to spell it. Is it Boujou? Yeah, Boujou. That's Hello and Anishinaabe Mawin. Or Anishinaabe Mawin. Which is the native language of the Ojibwe or the Anishinaabe people. Which are like the native people in my region. I'm like part Native American too. I don't know much about it though. Hmm. Crap. It was dubious. I could have just took with knight though and probably been fine there. Hmm. I guess we're having a little bit difficulty warming up here. Okay, so this is all right. Oh, I forgot the king sack. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. If I'm mating, the king sack seems fine. That take. Grab the dark square bishop. Does the light square bishop not mate? Well, now with the king not there. Oh, and just use this as an in-between. All these random arrows are weird. I don't know what the deal with those arrows are. Is when they're at it. Honestly, just this and then this. It seems simplest. Man, I wish this like tab notification would go away. It's like distracting me. I have like a Facebook tab open because I'm streaming to Facebook and have like the pop out chat for Facebook, but I keep on like seeing like this person messaged you, this person messaged you. Kind of distracting. I don't like it. Just a group chat. Oh, why did I do that? That's just so silly of me. Okay, how are you supposed to mate from here? Because this was a double defended pawn. I have to move the knight because my knight, like the only way I can't undefend the knight, so I have to move it. Yeah, it's not even mating for me. I guess I have to like do in between right now, actually. Yeah, because I guess another way of dealing with the knight that can't be undefended is by taking undefended pieces to force them to take, so you don't have to recapture. See, now I can take something else. I could just take this. And then now with this, I could just take, and then the rook's pretty, like, caboodle. And now I left with pawns, yeah. Man, I wish I could just, like, mute the tab text. Start with the cow opening, risky. Oh, this is anti-chess. If you're like comparing this to regular chess, it's so you're talking about the cow opening. E3 is actually the best open for white in anti-chess. This is called bishop defense right here. Oh, E4 is losing. It's like main 16. That's a blunder that new players play, but they're not playing quick enough to show. Ah. Okay, so I guess I have to explain real quick what anti-chess is. Um, you win by losing all your pieces. Uh, Captures are forced. That's probably like one of the most fundamental parts of anti-chess is the forced captures. And kings lose all their royal powers. So kings are just regular pieces in anti-chess, which means you can also promote a king, which means you can have like 3 kings versus 3 king endgames. Oh. I messed this all up. Wait, do we still have... We still have a chance here. I have to block my knight, my rook. Okay. I don't know how to do it. Oh, we're just losing. What's the win here? Is there a win here? Just drawing? No, right here is a win. Oh, why didn't I see that? Oh, this is a winning rook versus king end game. I can show real quick. This would be like forced capture, and then you just put the king's gonna have to take this like this. So what you do in the meantime while the king's forced to capture is you just push this pawn, and then a rook versus king endgame's winning. I can just show this against. I can play this against the bot real quick and show. So you just do this, get to the other side. You see, you kind of have to like keep one file around the king so the king can't sack itself. But you just keep on taking away space from the king until you get the king in the corner like this, and now the king's in zigzwang. I like anti-chess way more than standard chess. I barely play standard chess anymore. The games are much shorter and it's just like a lot more tactical. Regular chess is a lot more positional. Though it can get positional. That was actually silly of me to do. Though I think my knight doesn't get stuck. Maybe it does. They have to take the pawn with the queen. Okay, opponent just missed that they have a forced capture. Am I doing fine here? I didn't mean to like let my knight just get abducted like that. Oops, I meant to analyze that game. Yeah, that was silly of me to do. And they're still winning here. Yeah, because they can still hold on to my knight. Yeah, so I like to call this like a rogue piece. I have a piece, but I have no control over it, which makes it a rogue piece. I have a rogue knight. And that's kind of what rogue means. You lose control of rogue military unit. It's the military unit that no longer takes orders from the commanding officer. Okay. I mean, and O plus 2 is kind of a tough time control for new players. But I mean, they can at least play like 1 or 2 moves. Ooh. Can I capture the queen here? Queens are kind of hard to capture because they have like so many different moves they can play. Yeah. My knight's safe here because once it's on that square, oh, actually it's just straight up attacked. I was gonna say though, like, um, my knight's safe here. If they like did this to capture my knight, I would have been attacking 2 pieces to defend it. So I could have. There's like no way to stop my knight from not being captured. This looks pretty winning to me. Have to try to get rid of a pawn still. And they still have chances. It's not completely over yet. See if I just have to do king. I don't know. I don't know what the right move is, but this is O plus 2. I don't have time to go through all the pieces. That's one of the things I like about anti-chess though, is that it actually takes a lot more thought. Also, they can't stop my king from being sacked now. Yeah, when a king and pawn's like this, it doesn't like the pawn. No matter what the pawn can promotes to, the king can sack to it. But if they leave the pawn, the king can still sack to it. So okay, so this is the classical defense. This is called an elephant defense when they have this sort of arrangement. This is a setup for a trap that I know, and they don't fall for it, unfortunately. Yeah, having my bishop on the y diagonal is not the greatest, usually. Kind of depends, though. Well, it depends on who has initiative. Yeah, and rooks are nice to have. I kind of just forced them to. Oh, I was threatening mate, and the only way to avoid mate was trading off the rook. But you usually want to keep your rooks. Okay, and then oh, I still have a pawn, but this should still be winning. Definitely still winning. Can they do bishop here? No. Like rooks are really easy to trade off. Um. No, the king's in Zhigzhuang. Is that winning there? Yeah, okay. Is it winning here? Yeah, because it's like it's still like a king versus rook, but it's a little bit different because there's a couple pawns on the board. I guess. Oh, this also works. Yeah, that's way more. That's straightforward because then just take and then take. Yeah, that makes sense too. Bonjour, Ani, miigwech. Miigwechis, thank you. Buju and Ani are both hello. All right, so 45 seconds. It's you have to treat it like hyper bullet. If you treat it like bullet, you're just gonna end up running out of time all the time because bullet's 60 seconds and then hyper bullet's 30 seconds. I like to call it semi hyper bullet. It's not quite hyper bullet. But yeah, you definitely need to play it like it's hyper bullet and not bullet. Every time I play it like it's bullet, I just end up losing on time.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Who's this person?
2, 1,
Troche?
0.
Troiche? Okay. Eventually, I'm gonna learn different openings besides E3. Do they know my trap? Hopefully I control my trap. I haven't actually had anybody fall into my trap lately. I think people are finally catching on. Okay, but we get it this time. Yeah, the first bishop's the best move. Like, sacking the first bishop's the best move, but sacking the second one is a blunder. It's mate in 17. Double push is you take this pawn right here, and then take this pawn, and then take this pawn, and then if they leave the rook, take it. Because they can either take, okay. So in that case, you have to take this pawn. It's a little bit trickier than the normal line. Okay, and just take. And then the thing is that the king's unprotected, so they have to take one more, and both takes is just bad for them. Now it's just a simple rook mate. Actually, it was undefend the king once. Let's do this. Do this. Oh, my knight! Shoot, no, I'm losing. I messed it up. Ah, my knight protected. Ah. Because they went down like the... not the, like... the line I get the most often, my mate. I guess I just need a... I was trying to, like, make it so that they weren't pointing at this knight, but I mean, that's fine. I should have done it the normal way. Yeah. Like, just move my king here. They take. Push this pawn. That doesn't work? Oh, the knight still. So can I do this then? And then push this pawn? And then, yeah, I can do this. They take. I take. They take. And then they take. And then they take again. Okay, I wanted to show though, By the way, if you click on my profile, like go to my profile, there's a study called like mate in 20-ish positions. And there's one called the math mage trap. That's this line. I'm calling this the math mage trap, which starts after this move. Theory here. So this is called the elephant defense. That's the name of this open elephant defense. We have the two bishops here. Theory, like the most optimal move for white to play is actually knight h3, and this is what I play against higher rated players who I know my trap. So, but yeah, this is the start of my trap line, and yeah, sacking the first bishop is the best move, but this is a blunder right here. So this is the start of my trap, and actually you can just do this exchange real quick too, because that's forced. So right here is mate in 16. And I messed it up. Sad, but just to show. Maybe we'll get it again. Here, I can show you real quick too. I don't have like any... I basically just have the lines in here. I don't have like anything fancy. Wait. This is the wrong one. 20-ish move. Mating positions. This is the math mage trap. So you just want to like practice with the computer or whatever. There's some other lines in there too that are worth learning. There's a line where it starts as a classical defense. So I guess I can go to the analysis board. So the classical defense is e3, b5. So e3 and then b5. This is what you call the classical defense. And then the most common move is e6 here. The best move is actually this, which is called the bishop defense. Okay, I guess we have to play a game real quick. But yeah, bishop a6 after the classical defense is called the bishop defense, which is the best move. But the most common move is e6, which is called the pawn defense. And then after the bishop exchange, if they take back with bishop, it's called the elephant defense. If they take back with knight instead of bishop, it's called the Mexican defense. And if they take with queen, it's a blunder, and that's another line on my study. It's a pretty simple mating line to learn. I actually also found that Firebat Prime made a video on that line too. This should be mating. Like I just have to play waiting moves. Okay. GG. Yeah, so this is called bishop defense. And then this is called pawn defense. And then after I take with bishop. If they take back with bishop, which is I think this is the best line, the best defense from previous position. This is called the elephant defense. If they take back with knight, actually I think bishop and knight are basically the same. This is called the Mexican defense. And then there's a trap line here. And the trap line just revolves around making, like, there's going to be a bunch of trading that happens. Oh, it starts with this. But then you want to move the queen here, and then there's going to be two captures that happen on this once with the queen and then again with the bishop. You take with knight first. However, whatever piece they capture with first, because they could capture with the bishop or queen first. Just make sure you capture with the knight and then the bishop. So you have a bishop here and a queen here. And then the threat is grabbing one of the pieces from here. A bishop here or a knight here is both mating. But there is one try to stop that, which is pull the queen over here. But then you'll have a bishop here and you can move the bishop here. And then after rook, you can, like, it's another line I have in my study. Taken with queen in classical defense is the name of it. Actually, taken with queen in pawn defense is probably a better. It's probably a better description, better title. Taken with queen. So they can play, let's go back to just this. Oh, turn that off. Okay, so they can play this. But if they play this, then they take, and then, yeah, you move the bishop here. They take, and then you take, and then they take, and you just move the bishop here to get captured by the knight, and then you just wanted to get the rook to trade. There's a couple ways to be tricky here as black to kind of avoid mate, but kind of the idea is you end up taking the rook and you mate with the knight. I might have to go grab some more water. Wait, did they go into my trap last time? Let's see if they still go into my trap. See if we get another try. Or did they learn? Nope, they didn't. Okay, we get the trap line again. Let's not mess it up again. Okay, so double push, you take this pawn. And you take that, and then you take this. Please, okay. Oh, this is so much simpler when they allowed the rook to get taken on the square. So now you just take knight or king. This is like the main line. And then you actually mate with this knight. Okay. There's a lot of branches in that mating 17 position. It took me forever to learn. But I do, like, especially if you're like less than 1800 rating, I do highly recommend you learn how to win from that position. Although, now that more and more people are catching on to that, that position might come up less and less, but definitely don't get it as many times as I used to. I have farmed a lot of rating points from that trap. All right, Mixigong. Mixiong. Planet Earth. was thinking about switching my flag to planet Earth, but I still think I am American. I just don't think that the current regime represents what American is. Nor has our regime really ever represented what American is. I should have took the king. Okay, well, I'll give them a chance to take my king. If they take my king, I'll take theirs. Okay. Why can't I just do that? Oh, my mouse. My mouse is like trying to fail on me there. What, really? I don't have a follow-up after that? Oh, that's probably not the best move. I guess I can try almost. I should be able to force a draw. Oh, I'm just spending too much time thinking. I just have to like move a bishop back and forth. Like boom, 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 boom. Because like as a draw, because opposite color bishops, I could just leave my knight here. My knight's never getting. My knight's never attacking dark square. My pawn here. My pawn's never attacking dark square if I leave it. So I just have to move the light square bishops around, and then yeah, no progress will ever be able to be made. My mouse kind of spazzed out there for a second. That wasn't good. Oh. Though there's like 20 stores around me that have mouses now, so I could probably just go pick up a different one. That's not the start of my trap. Ah. I was trying to be fancy with the bishop. I could have just traded off the bishop sooner. And it was probably mating at some point there. Yeah, I mean, engine agrees with the moves I was making here. It's not that move. Oh. Yeah, that's a cool move. Yeah, look at that. Just do that. No, I'd probably just do this. This makes more sense. No, never mind, never mind. Yeah, that makes most sense, actually. And no, not that. Oh, I forgot to hit the join button. More people need to join. I guess 45 seconds isn't a good starting time control. What's next? No, we get the 3+2 after this. That is a good time control to learn on. Oh, somehow I have 2 tabs open. Okay, so there is a trap in this line too. Oh, yeah, okay, they walk into it. Yeah, the H4 was the blunder. This is the pawn try. I forget which side you're supposed to sack the rook to. Okay. Oh, I had this. I mean, didn't have enough time to win, but yeah, it's still like if this was increment, especially if this was increment, they'd still have a fighting chance here. I think I figured out my cold basement problem actually. I figured out that I could like use a fan and have it blow on the radiator towards me. I'm a lot less cold. So I think it's working. All right. Guess we can. I wish I could like make the games that are going on bigger. But we can just click on it. They have to connect it rooks. Yes, okay. Prep shot found it. So yeah, when the rooks are connected, it just makes it easy. You can just grab one of the rooks like that and pull them onto the file that you need. I should have got paired. There's just 2 people who stopped playing. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we get prep shot now. See if they still fall for my trap. Nope. Can't do knight. Bishop. Oh, is that winning? Yeah, that's winning. For them, I mean. So how do I win? Oh, duh. And then this. That was maybe a dubious pre-move. So this is a fine open. You just have to make sure to take the bishop with the knight first. I've gone this position a bunch of times playing fast time controls. It's mating if you don't do that first. Is my bishop gonna go rogue? Yeah. Shit. I mean, shoot. But they don't have anything else? All right. Yeah, I was trying to prepare for this, and then I can attack this pawn because I would have this, and then have this, and then like a double push. Like, how's this final position? Yeah, it's like mating for white. Eventually, black's gonna be in zhigzwang. Is kind of the idea. Like, I don't even know what they would do there. Like, they'd probably just keep on pushing the pawn, honestly. Then at this point, can I do this? Oh, I guess that's not the most straightforward because I can just promote, but like a knight? I guess it still takes work, but yeah, eventually they're gonna have to like move a knight or something, and the rook's gonna open up, and I can just grab the rook and have the rook do what it needs to do for me. Friendly fire frenzy. All right, we'll put bishop defense. Yes, the fine line. Mm. Oh, they have this. I was gonna say they don't have this because then their bishop gets unleashed, but I just totally overlooked that they can move a knight there. Rip. Yeah, I've had this line a bunch of times now. It just likes to pawn push immediately. I'm doing fine here. Do this. Yeah. And then just fight like a late mid game, but I have a king and they don't, so that's probably why black's favors, because I don't have a king, or I have a king. Kings are nice pieces. Don't sack your king. Maybe that'll be the text I need. What? Today's anti-chess advice. Don't sack your king. All right, we get mix. Mix again. No, I kind of want to start trying the Polish. Um, oh, I think I did check this in the solution explorer, and it likes the pawn push right away. I'm just gonna start checking this in the solution explorer every single time I get this open, and just try to play it the most optimally as possible every single time. I actually don't want to sack my knight there. Like do this and then this, and then this takes, and then be doing fine. Lost that. Like the last square where the rook ended up was guarded by my knight. Ugh. Oh, I just totally missed that though. I could just do that. That seems way simpler. Wait. I guess I should explain the ending there with the knight. Like there was a square that the knight was going towards that was controlled 3 times by opponent, and it took me less than turns to get to that square. Which is why sacking the rook was fine there. I guess it's probably easiest to show. I was kind of, yeah. I'll have to pull that game up because I thought that was really cool. Oh, I just missed that. They could do that. But my knight's just over here now. That's fine, actually. It's nice having a piece that can touch the back rank. Here and then here, and then still probably losing. E. Yeah, I forgot to show the last game though. I just want to show this ending again. Yeah, where's like right here, and then they take, and then you move the knight up. They just like do something like this. Yeah, the reason why just sacking the rook here is fine. How this is like not a losing endgame is if you look right here, they have control over this square twice. So if I put a rook right here, Or a knight right here. Oh, they would have to like move the rook all the way over here. Oh! Yeah. So after takes, yeah, I'm attacking the square that's being controlled, so they have to address that. And now I'm attacking a square that's controlled 3 times now. So then, yeah. So being able to see stuff like that. Yeah, this is the modern. This is how you play the modern. This is theory. Still theory. Okay. How do I take advantage of? Wait. I have a bishop here. Wait, I have this? I have... Oh, I messed it up. Ooh, but they lose on time. Oh. So they do rook here. Then I... Oh. How do I stop them from rook? Ah, I need to look at that. I need to know how to stop them from rook. That was a really, really clutch save by the bell moment. Oh, maybe take with queen actually. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Was there a way to win this? Like sooner? Okay, so this is my last chance. And then it's just well, made in 24, so it still takes a lot of work. this. Or no, probably this, and then this. They'll have to fight with a pawn left, but see if they fall for my trap again. They don't. And left with a single pawn, which they can. Oh no, that should be winning because they have to spin a tempo or move the bishop away, which means they don't have a tempo to like prepare the rook to get the pawn to pass. Yeah, because they don't have time to do that. Okay. Please don't make me regret this. What is the solution here? What line is this? This is the classical defense where they play g5 and take with king. e3, b5, bishop exchange, g5. Where is it? So that's kind of a dubious move. But it means line. I see it a lot actually. And then they took, it's the knight move, and it is the pawn. Take with knight. It's g4. Okay, g4 here then. So I guess h5 is the move, and then takes. I'm just gonna play the best line through just so I can kind of get an idea. Okay. Yeah, there's like a pinned king that looks pretty uncomfortable for them. And you see how my king is like ready to jump on, like if the king moves and the bishop is attacking my knight on h3, and then my king's ready to jump to f1 as a follow-up. And then I have d3 as the next follow-up, and then, yeah, it should be pretty easy from there. So it's kind of like the tender spot in white's position. Okay. Seems dubious. Yeah, takes and then take. My basement is actually kind of ghosty now. I think I figured out the trick. Well, definitely figured out the trick. Makes hanging out my computer a little bit more bearable. Not doing very good. I think my queen's like ready to get into the game too. Whenever they get bored of my bishop. Yeah. Wait, so what is this? This is called the... Oh. This is a line that IVI plays. I can't remember the name of it. The line IVI likes to play. E3, B5 takes, and then they throw in the random knight H6 move. So it's called the knight defense at this point. Yeah, knight defense right here. After they take back, if they take back with knight, it's called the two knights defense. A slightly less optimal move, but still very fine, is the bishop exchange, and it's called the Nagorko defense. It's a jock attack. So yeah, I just have to remember that. I just need to remember the h3 move when we get this open. And yeah, take with queen. I did remember that part. I didn't remember the h3 move though. Nagorko defense, the name of it. It's like the two knights attack, but they take with the bishop instead of a knight. So this is called the elephant defense. Ooh, I'm threatening mate. Oh, that was a good move. Wow. Yeah, I just don't allow them to take on the square, so they're forced to take more pieces. getting thrown off by that random knight move. Okay, we're just playing in Nagorko. Yeah, we're just looking at this. I don't get this line. I always get confused when I get this line because I don't get that line very often. I might just have to start playing that as white. You know what? Let's do that. So how do you get this as black then? Okay, you play the knight g6 or yeah. So instead of e6, play knight g6 and then take with bishop. Let's try that. We'll learn a new opening. We'll learn the opening that keeps on getting me. Nagorko defense. So that's e3, b5, and then knight knight h6. Is that the move? Knight h6. Because yeah, it's from black's perspective, so the ranks are flipped. I'm trying to get better with board notation. Hola, said Vasquez. Do I try playing a different white opening? I do want to figure out how to play c4 eventually. I mean, I should be fine. I have a bishop. But yeah, as a square that's controlled twice. I don't know, we don't have to play super quick. This is increment blitz. Takes. Yeah, I kind of just want to open up my queen. Because I didn't check this pawn, but that should be fine too. Wait, maybe not. No, it's a double controlled square. It should be fine. And usually if you can get away with knight, that's probably the preferred piece to take with, unless you want the knight somewhere else for some reason. I didn't really calculate much. I'm just looking at the fact that the back rank's controlled twice. Is this not mating? Oh, the queen can take that way. Okay, well, I have 1, 2, 3. They have like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do all their 3 routes land on a unprotected square? 2, 3. Okay, that's protected. But then like 1 takes. And then takes. That seems fine. They're left with 2 pawns. And then like this, and then. Or I could just. How about I take twice? So I have 1, 2. They have 1, 2. Actually, okay, wherever they take, I just take with bishop. Is this winning? So I don't have a way to like undefend the 2 things that the queen are attacking there, defend it. Well, like if I have a rook here, they still have a pawn left. Rook doesn't work. You rook and then knight and then 3 waiting moves. Bishop, I guess I should be looking at. Bishop, be like, ooh, bishop might actually work. Oh, I have this. And then this. And then this, and then this, and this. Okay, bishop doesn't work. So king, we just have to... Well... Just start pushing a pawn, really. I think this should be a win for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna start pushing. Oh. Takes. I have to sack the rook first, and I can only sack the rook here. I think I actually have to hang on to this rook. You have to keep a file between the rook and the king. Yeah, I need to be able to like finish taking everything. I didn't see a way. Because I could have probably single pushed the pawn, and then it might have been a different story there. Because yeah, it was like king takes, and then I have to like take here, and then knight here, and then it's probably not good for me. Well, they're already threatening the sack, so that's probably losing actually. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. We have this. No, we have this. I can't finish it. I have to... The problem there is that Would have had to still push the pawn. Okay, we can do bishop. Okay. And then this is just a winning endgame. Pretty straightforward. Just make sure there's always a roll between. And then once they're in the corner, they're in zigzwang. GG. Well, that was a long game. That took forever. I need some water. I'll be right back. I am hella thirsty. I actually have to go. I just got offered to eat out, but I can jump back on like an hour. I'm sorry about that, but I can't pass up the offer to go out to eat. Be right back, or I'll be back in like an hour.